And let's also get you details of how our air defense system shot down kamikaze drones, also referred to as suicide drones, sent across by Pakistan. I told you earlier about how Amritsar seemed to be one of the targets of the Pakistan army. Many of these suicide drones were sent into Amritsar, all shot down. They were neutralized by our air defense system. Now, the information we have is that about 5 a.m., Pakistani forces launched multiple kamikaze drones across the international border towards Amritsar in a blatant attempt to strike densely populated residential areas. You see the images right now of the drone debris that's been found, and some of these drones also had cylinders attached to them as well. And so all of these drones, these kamikaze drones, have been shot down. I'd like to bring in Colonel Dev also. Colonel Rohit Dev is joining us on this broadcast. Colonel Dev, we're seeing now Pakistan, last night at least, resorting to sending a barrage of drones and different kinds of drones. This is something the Indian government has also spoken of. Turkish drones are being sent across, your cheap Chinese drones, and then kamikaze drones as well. And these are being sent particularly into civilian areas, Colonel. Colonel Dev, if you could unmute yourself, please.
What I was saying was, good morning firstly, and Jai Hind.
Yeah.
I think Pakistan taking its drones, whether they are cheap, effective, ineffective from Turkey, China, makes no difference, because Pakistan has the right to buy the military equipment from wherever it can. Now, the problem about the Pakistanis today is that they have climbed the escalation ladder themselves. We have not helped them to climb anything this time. So they attacked our civilians in Pahalgam, which struck their terror network. Then they came to our residential areas with drones, and we struck all the origins from where they were emanating, including Pakistan areas of Sialkot, Babalpur and Muridke, where I personally think that there were military commanders also available in those locations who have died as well with them. The third thing is that today, when they have struck the military bases and attempted to do so, we have had a small kind of equipment casualty, which our even press briefer also mentioned. But now is the time. The order needs to change. So you have now entered a phase where the initiative has to be seized from Pakistan. It cannot be these, trickling drones coming every morning and we trying to talk on a press brief or a television. Now is the time to economically blockade Pakistan from the Arabian Sea, to put that aircraft carrier we have paid the money for, to make sure that nothing goes into Karachi. You have to not isolate, but I'm making a very, very considered opinion, invest in Karachi, which means Uninathan will tell you what is the difference between isolation and investment. So you need to invest in Karachi now, and there's a way to do it. You need to invest in the movement which is along the border of Pakistan with Afghanistan and the Balochi movement. You have to invest. If they can do a Purilia on us, there can be Purilia done by anybody else on Pakistani soil. So time has come to activate that as well. Time is absolutely ripe to hit every military installation which we can in terms of command control centers, air bases, dumps, and wherever we can. And we know that target list. I don't have to talk on your channel, nor you have to talk about those lists. They need to be made more and more effective. You cannot today wait for your forward operating bases to be struck by some nonsensical drone or a swarm of drones, and thereafter you are not operational thereafter. Currently you are operational. War has been declared on the country. I mean, I don't know which parameter of war people are not understanding, especially the think tank who come on channels and the media itself. The Pakistani defense minister has categorically, into his own people, said it's an all-out war. He has made
So you deem this, Colonel Davis, a full-scale war?
No, it's not a full-scale war. There are steps of the war, right?
Yeah.
There are steps to graduate to the full-scale war. But make no bones about it, this is war. In Op Parakram, we mobilized. I was there in that, Imdadi Daste of the Armored Corps and Mechanized Infantry, which actually went through that time a little bit. Pakistan wailed in the 15-20 kilometer advance. We were made to recoil by, I don't know why and by who. And thereafter, we sacked our own general that time, right? I think time has come to take those hard decisions. You cannot, mollycoddle this and try to show always that, they're operating the flights. Your channel also said, and many others, with the, civilian aircrafts taking off, they are merging their, flights and strikes into India. That's a brazen attempt to, fool some nation which is not going to react. You have to also make sure
Colonel Dev, so far. Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
So let me just tell you, this is my
Yeah.
Khurafati mind. You don't have to go about it, not the Indian Army will go about it. When these planes take off and you have a PIA timetable taking off, strike in that direction towards the Pakistani aircraft. If it misses and the heat signature goes to the civilian aircraft, so be it. You cannot be a weak state with your people getting muzzled and maimed, and you are trying to take a cushion line. So collateral damage, good screening is a good thing to do, but time has come to make that escalation ladder count for Pakistan. Today, a missile was fired. People are bloating in Pakistan, including the military. Fateh 1 we have got. Now we'll do Fateh 2. Before he thinks about Fateh 2, where are our missile systems? Why are they not targeting the strategic targets and key installations today? Today is the time. Don't wait for the night. Night is too long away. It's the time to start thinking. If we don't make that move and the muscle power in the Arabian Sea, that is enough to make Pakistan kneel, I'm telling you, kneel.
No, so
you
so
have
far,
to do it just for 3 days.
Okay, Sandeep, just to bring you in also on this, so far we've been responding, very aggressively we've been responding, that, if there is any hit by Pakistan or even an attempt, we respond in a matter of hours. Retaliatory strikes have been aggressive. Yes. But we've also shown a great deal of restraint, which in my opinion, contrary to Colonel Dave, is good, that we're making it very clear we will not target civilians no matter what. And we've drawn the line there. We have principles, unlike Pakistan maybe. But having said that, Sandeep, do you think with Pakistan constantly upping the ante every night, the time has come for India not to respond, but to hit out so that they stop it once and for all?
Oh, absolutely, Akshita. And in fact, the point that Colonel Rohit Dev mentioned, I just want to expand on that. He used a military coinage called OODA loop. I'll just explain what that means. It's the OODA loop is called the observe, orient, decide and act. And it normally takes place over a couple of hours. And what he's mentioning is the fact that the Indian military's OODA loop is shrinking. Our response to the Pakistani aggression is in a matter of hours. And, just look at the phases of Operation Sindoor as well, how calibrated it has been over the last couple of days. I just put this down. Phase 1 of Operation Sindoor, if we can break it down, is it began on the 7th of May with the attacks, the surgical strikes, air strikes on terrorist infrastructure inside Pakistan. 9 sites were chosen, all terrorist infrastructure. On the 8th of May, we went on to phase 2, which was military targets, where we hit an air defense radar. We were signaling to them again. And on the 9th of May, that was phase 3, that's today. Just last night, in fact, Pakistani Air Force airfields were targeted. 8 airfields were struck. This is a gradual, gradated escalation in our military response to Pakistan. Moving on from terrorist infrastructure to military targets, to finally Pakistan military infrastructure, their airfields. And nowhere have we actually struck at civilian infrastructure. We're a responsible country, we're a responsible military, we have a responsible military. We will certainly not target civilian infrastructure. But to look at the escalation ladder, where we are, it's very important to look at it again, because what Pakistan has done in the last couple of hours by firing those high-speed missiles is they have caused a gradual and a rapid escalation in the threat matrix. We have gone from the simple phase of border skirmishes. In the last couple of days, we've gone to air battles. We've gone to targeting military infrastructure and airfields, and finally Pakistan has taken it to the level of firing tactical ballistic missiles, which is what the spokesperson mentioned, the high-speed missiles that were fired. And the spokespersons also indicated that a military mobilization had already begun in Pakistan as well. They indicated that Pakistan was moving forces towards the border. This suggests that Pakistan is trying to play the victim card of being the irrational actor and all of that, all of it to bring international attention into the subcontinent and to try and diffuse the situation to their advantage, Akshita. But I think we have been playing a very responsible and a very mature stance. We've been going down this escalation, going up this escalation ladder very carefully, very calibrated measures, very calibrated responses. And in all of our statements over the last 3 days or so, we've indicated that we would want to de-escalate. There has been a strong element of de-escalation built into all of the Foreign Secretary's statements over the last 3 days.
Our response, yes, has been mature.